the same kvias like this year. Just like this year, Thursday was the Chaf Cheshvan, the Rebbe Rashab's birthday. So too in Mem Daled, 1983, it was also tonight was the Wednesday night. Is the birthday of the Rebbe Rashab. So the Maamar begins, Vavraham Zaken Baba Yom. Avraham in our parsha it's brought down was old, came into days, Vashem Beirachas Avraham Bakoil, and Hashem benched Avraham with everything. So there are many different explanations in what the Bakoil is. Rashi and Chumash brings two explanations. Here, the Rebbe is going to quote a Maamar, the Rebbe Rashab, that brings an interesting explanation Bakoil that the Medrash says. Maybe B'tzad Bal Yom Uledes, and the one whose birthday is Chav Cheshvan brings down. Like you said, Mur Rashab, and saying the Rebbe Rashab, in his Maamar that had the same title that was said 100 years prior to Tafshim Mem Daled in 1883. That our generation merited v'nitpas Maamar zel achroina, and this Maamar from Tafresh Mem Daled was recently printed when they had in that year they had printed the Maamar of the Rebbe Rashab of that year. So the Rebbe Rashab brings down these of Medrash Rabbah that's brought down the Medrash Rabbah. Rab Levi Amar, Rab Levi says, Shehi shlitoi beyitzroi. This is the Hashem Be'eretz Avram Bakoil. He made Avram rule over his Yetzer. This means the fact that Hashem made Avram, or blessed Avram with everything. What is this everything that he benched him with? Is that he gave him control over his Yetzer Hara. Now Avram Avinu was already way after the most difficult times in his avodah. So the Rebbe Rashab asks about this. What is this great bracha by Avraham? We're saying Vashem Beirachas Avram Bakoil. Bracha means like something extraordinary, something special, something I give the person a bracha for riches, for whatever. It's not just for little things, not pocket change. Avraham Avinu, if you think about it, he already went through the tests of the 10 tests, and he withstood all those tests. So that shows that he was already in control of himself. What was the bracha that he made him rule over his Yetzer Hara? We know so that Avraham is Begimatya Ramach, that through the Mitzvah Milah, Avraham Avinu was finally in control of all of his 248 limbs. So Avraham Avinu was already on a high level. So what is this specific thing that Reb Levi is talking about, that he shlita b'yitzra, he made him could rule over his Yetzer Hara? Right before it says Vashem Be'eretz Avram Bakoil, going back to the pasuk as quoted at the beginning of the Maamar, it says Shlita b'yitzra, they made Avram Avinu can have control over his Yetzer Hara. Mark the makas of the pasuk precedes by saying Avram Zaken Baba Yomim. Avram was old, coming into days. V'kivim sheseder b'Torah hu gamkin seder b'Yirah shebedavar, since the order in Torah is also an order in the lesson of it. Usually the Rebbe expresses it that the seder in Torah is also a Torah. Knowing about the order of something, the way it says in the Torah, derives for us different lessons. The fact that the Torah put it in this way. You could see this from the very fact that it says, Ein mukdam u'ucher b'Torah, that there is no, that you can't derive from the events in the Torah what preceded what. So obviously it wasn't willy-nilly. Hashem didn't just throw in events and wherever they fell in the Torah, he put it in. It was obviously a purpose that he put this in first and that in second, because there's a certain lesson of having it in this particular order, even though it might have occurred in the opposite order. In a similar vein, when it says Vavraham Zokim Babayam before Vashem Beich Zvram Bakoil, that means it's a lesson in it as well. How they move, and it's understood. The daily is Vashem Beich Zavram Bakoil. To be able to have the level that Hashem benched Avraham with everything, Shishlite by Yitzray, that he made him rule and have control over his Yetzer. So beforehand there had to be Tzarech Liyis Lifnei Inyan da Avraham Zaken Baba Yamim. Had to be prior to this the idea that Avraham was old and coming into days, and once he attained that level, the follow-up, the next level was this bracha of Hashem that he shlite beyitzroi.